The Kateri Memorial Hospital Centre held an unveiling today to demonstrate their gratitude to the staff and provide hope to the community during the pandemic. Presenting are Lisa Westaway, Executive Director of KMHC, Rhonda Kirby, KMHC Board Member, and local artist Kanerahtenha Whyte.
We have a few speakers today, a few very important speakers, and so that we can really send a message to all of you in the hospital, every single person here, a message of thanks. And we're going to start with Rhonda Kirby, representative of our Board of Directors.
Thank you, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to congratulate the senior management of the hospital here today who have commissioned this extraordinary project. It's truly a tribute to the staff, not only the medical staff, but everyone involved here at the hospital who continue to help keep our community safe. So once again, I would just like to, and also I'd like to congratulate our young artist who was able to work on this project. Again, we have so many talented people in our community, and we don't always are not often able to acknowledge them. So with that, I'd like to also acknowledge our young artist, Whyte. Goa.
Thank you, Rhonda. So that was very nice and short and sweet, and I may be a little bit longer because when I started writing this thank you speech, I had so much to say, so much that I wanted to convey to all of our employees that this may be a little bit longer than we originally had thought it would be. Really, on behalf of the whole senior management team, on behalf of the board, we want to say thank you for everything that is done every day. But what does this mean, everything that is done? It's really, it's a thank you is very simple, but it's not enough to convey the gratitude that we're feeling for the entirety of our staff. So when I was trying to think of how we can convey this message, I thought maybe let's pull out some of our values. So there are two in particular that I'd like to highlight, two of KMHC's values. The first, I'll read it as it's written. Being thankful is important to us. It is how we were taught to start our day, recognizing all that creation has given to us to work and live with. It is one of our greatest gifts, one that has been preserved and passed on to us. We will share it with others. Today is really an expression of that thankfulness for the long hours of work amid stress and fear, for having sacrificed your family's safety at times to be able to give to our patients and our community, for the attention to detail you give to your work every single day that ensures cleanliness, resources, activities, healthcare, both clinical and non-clinical, safety, food security, prevention, love, and a caring environment. We recognize how each and every one of you has contributed to different aspects during this pandemic. And here are just a few examples. And please, there are many missing. I could have gone on and on forever, but I'm going to highlight a few. And hopefully you will each find yourselves within these examples. Our finance team has ensured that despite the enormity of COVID-related costs to be compiled and submitted, that we managed to complete our end-of-year audit and prepare our new budgets, all with drastically reduced staff. Purchasing has had to ensure that we constantly have protective equipment for every single person in the hospital, as well as our community members who walk through the door. They have maintained inventory control, links with our suppliers, links with clinical needs for our patients. Communications and IT have been front and center during this pandemic, ensuring that our technology is able to keep up with our ever-changing needs while providing important, valuable, timely information to staff and community. Our kitchen staff have modified their approach over and over as our directives have changed in order to meet safety protocols and ensuring that residents get their special treats when families were no longer able to bring them, amongst many other elements. Plant and housekeeping have been involved in every single detail or change within KMHC over the last months, from the testing site to the creation of the COVID unit, to mock transfers, to cleanliness, to isolation procedures, to laundry, to security, to COVID triage, all while continuing their important roles of building upkeep and finalizing our expansion project. Medical records has been inundated with increased requests for charts and new safety protocols ensuring confidentiality and respects of laws governing our practices. Human Resources has been tireless in recruiting new staff over and over again in order to meet the increased needs regarding COVID demands. All of our clinical services, from outpatient to home care to inpatient, have modified their normal ways of working to ensure continued access to their normal ways of working in the safest way possible. Every day, our clinical staff meet unimaginable obstacles and challenges that require hard work, dedication, imagination, creativity, and collaboration. Our quality team continues to work with them, taking on roles above and beyond their responsibility to ensure that despite the rapid implementation of new directives, we continue to meet best practice and efficiency and take into account as well our traditional ways. Our managers, how can I express what each and every one of them has had to do over the past 8 months? The demands that we as senior management, that COVID, that the community has placed on them, they have met every single one of our expectations. They are strong, supportive, and present. COVID has changed each and every one of our roles and responsibilities. And this has only solidified our teamwork and our support of each other. Our processes, our protocols are only improved. We are stronger for what we have endured these past months. And for this, each and every one of you are so deserving of thanks. A second value that I'd like to highlight, we view the community as a gift from the Creator, and so we'll do all that we can to help make it a safe and peaceful place to live. When this value was written, long before my time here at KMHC, I'm not sure that anyone could have imagined the magnitude of responsibility that would be placed on KMHC's shoulders during this pandemic in order that this one value be tangible and concrete every single day. What is the impact of each and every one of your dedication and hard work? Kahnawake is safe. These are 3 small words that hold such tremendous meaning. Although we continue to face risk every single day, because of each of your contributions, Kahnawake is safe. Now that I have pulled a couple of values out, I'd like to just highlight our mission. We are a team dedicated to strengthening the health and well-being of Kahnawake by providing, in partnership with others, quality and holistic services that respond to the needs of the community. Have you all ever thought about this mission? How what you do actually changes the community for the better? Every single day, every action, and every employee makes a real difference. All of us in senior management wanted to find a lasting way of expressing our thanks, our sincere gratitude during this pandemic more than ever. And therefore, we are very, very pleased to unveil a beautiful work of art by Megan Whyte. Thank you so much for being a part of this with us. It is really meaningful. Megan is an art educator, an art therapist, and a known local artist. Many of you, I'm sure, know who she is and have witnessed her beautiful work. We are very pleased that she was willing to accept this enormous responsibility on our behalf. We would like to invite Megan to speak. However, what we want to do is unveil the beautiful piece of work that is the concrete example of our thanks to each and every one of you. So I'd like to invite Rhonda to do that with me, and then Megan will express to you and explain the meaning behind the work. Thank you. Okay, so we need help here. We just pull it?
Yeah. It should, actually the rope in the front. The rope in the front, Lisa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rhonda.
Yeah. Just,
Okay, thank you. It's stunning. It's really beautiful, Megan. Can you come and explain your vision to us?
Nyawa Lisa, Nyawa Rhonda, thank you for having me be part of this process. It was a big honor to be invited and to take some of these words and visions that Lisa expressed and how our initial conversations went, and to embody some of that sentiment and that feeling and that gratitude. And as an artist, that's part of my process. When I'm working with someone or a whole community and putting together an artwork, it's about what it feels and what it's like to be part of that moment. And so I take some of those sentiments and I channel it and I sketch it out, and I trust the process and I trust the energy and I trust the time of day and myself in this process. So thank you for trusting me to take this vision and put it up on this wonderful large surface. So to explain a little bit about my thought process, what I have here are two service providers, and they're inviting us with a warm welcome, as they've always done before the pandemic, and I'm sure after the pandemic, and inviting us to be here together. I have them in wonderful beading masks that I'm imagining that our very talented beaders and seamstresses in the community had made, so a testament to the work that our community does together. In one hand, I have a sage bowl with smoke coming out of it, and my idea is to incorporate medicine into this piece, knowing that this pandemic has been very difficult, a challenge on our mental health and our families, and adapting and changing to something that's very challenging is hard. So I want to acknowledge that energy comes into our minds and our hearts sometimes, so to have medicine there and to clear the space and to clean the energy. And I have wonderful rainbow smoke in there, just as a testament to, I think, the associations we make to rainbows at this time, that we're going to be okay and that we have good energy despite there being some very challenging things that we're going through. I also have a sunset, and I have the moon cycle there as a representation of our cultural teachings around change and transition, that the land teaches us a lot about change, and that sometimes change is difficult, but that's part of our growth. So I have those two elements there to represent that change that we're going through, but also to represent the tireless work that we do day in and day out, that it's not just during the day, that it's at night, and it's all about movement. I have roots coming down from these people that are standing along the horizon line, and that represents all the people that are a part of the hospital center, that are a part of the community, the frontline workers, the background workers, all the different areas that Lisa had touched upon, to represent that as a community we work together, and everybody, despite where they are or what they do, are an important part of keeping us together and keeping us structured and keeping us safe. And so I have roots coming down to represent that this love and this care is not just from ourselves as people, but it's connected to our roots, to our ancestors who've always had care for their community and for their people. So that continues on in the legacy of people today, from 7 generations from now as well. And last but not least, I have a word here that is ande what dot oh my goodness, I can't say it. Ande what dot stetnyaru, which translates to "we will preserve." So I wanted to work with our language speakers to find a word that represents what it means to overcome this, and to know that at the end of the day, whenever this passes through, that we will be okay, and that our community will preserve, our language will preserve, our teachings, our people, when we work together. So again, Yawa, for inviting me to put this idea together for all of you as a testament to the work that our community does all the time, but especially now. So Nyawa.
Thank you, Megan. I wish I could hug you or shake your hand or something. I don't know, but we really appreciate this very much. So just to end off, what I guess our sincere hope is that by having a lasting something lasting that demonstrates our gratitude, that each and every one of you, all of our employees, when you come into work, you will see this. You will feel how important you are. You will feel how your contribution has made a difference, and you will feel appreciated. That really is the goal of today. And again, I thank each and every one of you for all of your contributions, and we can get through this. We have some time left to push forward, but we're on the right track. Thank you, and thank you all for being here and for participating and allowing this to happen. It's very appreciated. Thank you.